refresh on your end. Alrighty, so yeah, I do apologize on that. It was technically my fault. It's not the way that I'm used to doing it. Again, though, as I told you, though, I'm very sorry for everything. I do apologize. I gotta have to laugh at it because of I'm not used to doing this, so I do apologize. Learning is always experience, especially with us with always with streams. I do apologize.
We're both in different roles tonight. This is my first time being on this side of things, doing the readings. So.
Yeah. Alrighty, so hopefully we can get this shared over to YouTube or even Facebook, indicating to people where we are. Again, those we do apologize and thank you very much to the people that have been popping in and out of Podbean. You guys are strong supports, and yes, we do apologize actually for the technical problems. So yeah. It's always a first time, always a learning experience, and without mess ups, where would we be nowadays in our own life? But of course, I know Trevor's show doesn't really bring politics in, but with mine though, I do bring in politics. But it would be with somebody though that we really don't want to mention about. So yes, we do apologize for that. All right, so Trevor
can hear us a lot better now, and we should have things up and running. Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to find us just under our live stream underneath HauntingLive here as we get things back up and running here.
Yeah. Alrighty, so yes, Trevor was trying to use some readings, though. I don't know if he wants to redo them with new deck of cards or see what goes on from there, but
I'll do another opening reading here. It's good to redo it. Hopefully we can get things rolling here tonight. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to explain my cards again if anybody missed the first part of our show tonight. I have purchased my own deck of cards. They are oracle cards. They're called Predictions Oracle from Chris James, and they're all the way from Australia. And I've been using them for about the past week or so, last couple of weeks. Just trying to get the feel for them, feel their energy. And they are really amazing cards for things like predicting things in the news, world events, big things that are happening, stuff like that, but not really meant for personal readings. But they could be if you interpret them in different ways. But I do like using these cards so far, and that's why I thought I would come on tonight and try to see how they go for you here. This is my first time doing them on live on YouTube, underneath HauntingLive here, underneath that channel. So put it with us, and hopefully we will explore these cards together and see how they do for you. If hopefully you like them and understand them, I will explain to you a little bit how these cards work. They're a little bit different than normal tarot cards. I like to call them the Creepy Kids cards, or the Creepy Kids deck, because of how they look. So that's an example of one of the cards there. So we find a different one here. So there's another one that's kind of creepy. So you see that okay? So I do like these cards. Like I said, I've been using them for the last little while, trying to get used to them. I also started a brand new channel that I've been using them with over on TikTok. And I've been doing some postings there over the last couple of weeks. If you want to go follow me under TikTok, my channel there is called Creepy Dark Political Tarot. And what we do is we just do a one card draw on news stories of the day that are happening in the world and see what these predictions oracles draw on different news stories of the day. Mostly political. Of course, that's a big thing right now. And we just draw one card there and see what the cards have to say on different news political questions of the day. And I've had a couple posts go really well on there so far over the last couple of weeks. One of them I posted last week has hit over 2,000 views. So go check that out and see how we do that for different news stories each week. So But tonight, let's start with doing a 4-card draw for the opening reading here tonight and see what we get here tonight. The one is, we'll do the past, present, future, and outcome. And we'll see what cards come up here for the opening reading here tonight for you. And happy long weekend to everybody here in Ontario. We are in Ontario, Canada, and we are celebrating Valentine's and also Family Day long weekend. So happy long weekend to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and for those that didn't catch underneath the first portion, we did some wonderful stuff today. We went out to Elora, Ontario, and what a great location, though, to check out, especially during the winter. It was so wonderful out there, and we did take a young gentleman with us. My co-host from Divine Oracle Podcast, her son came out with us, so yeah. It's like, gosh.
Yeah. We had a great day exploring the lovely winter weather. Since it was about 0 today, we went out and explored the town of Elora, Ontario today, which is about, what, a half hour from us?
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, so we just went out there for the afternoon, and it was great. So, okay, let's get to the opening reading, and we drew the first 4 cards for past, present, future, and outcome here. And the first one we have for the past is celebrity success.
Ooh.
So, but that's in the past. So we've had some past success here underneath our shows, Haunting Live and Divine Oracle. And we have reached celebrity status, locally anyway. And that definitely rings true for us for the past. The present, which is total opposite end, heavy burdens. And heavy burdens is kind of true. So we are working through things, changing things around here on the show as we're doing tonight to see what new things we can explore. And in the future, downgraded. So maybe in the future things are going to slow down a little bit. Maybe we will lose that celebrity status a little bit, but that's okay. We work through things and keep moving forward. So,
well, what I would say though,
is not always a bad thing.
What I would say though, that might not be us. That might be actually to do with what's going actually on in the world nowadays. You never know.
It could be as well. And the outcome card of the 4 cards card for the opening reading is darkness outage. So does that mean things are going to go dark for a while? Any outcome? Who knows? The future is not written. Anything can happen. So there is your 4-card draw for your opening reading tonight.
Yeah. Alrighty, so that's actually Trevor's opening readings, which seems like the things are going to be changing big time. And you guys might have seen me actually pop off camera for a second. I had to go and grab actually another device to let some people know underneath Divine, though, that we are live right now, and for them to tune in here underneath Haunting Live podcast. Again, though, as I do apologize actually for the technical problem. And yes, none of it.
Positions here tonight, so
yeah. It's like
not usually producer. It's usually my role, and opposite I am doing readings tonight, which is not usually my role. So.
Yeah, but who knows? For me, we may do this for now on. It's actually when it's Trevor's night. Actually, he might be doing the readings, and I'll be on chat with you guys. I do encourage you guys actually to type in questions. It could be anything. We do love connections, political, vice versa, all together. Nothing is rated here. Not like a lot of other YouTube channels that are actually out there. You have to be right to the point exactly of what's going actually on, and some of the questions are answered there, some of them aren't. Also, we have the floor wide open for you, and we always encourage you guys actually to tune in and let your friends know about us each and every single Saturday, even with us underneath our single podcast that we have underneath Podbean. This coming week, though, actually today, Jillian, my co-host, had her own show, and it's a great one, though. Listen to it on the Podbean, and what that one there is to do with, for the women, what women really want in a relationship. And it's so true, though, because most men, though, look actually at one certain way. They don't know how to read women or even people within the LGBT community. Yeah, it was a great topic to talk about. The next week, though, we have a special guest coming on. And looks like we're starting to book with a lot more special guests coming. Spots are filling up. We're starting the book actually for the month of April. So come here. And how are things on your end for your podcast? Are you sort of taking a break from there? Or are you going to be going to Zoom? Not Zoom, sorry, but uh, TikTok. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we are taking a break from doing weekly shows on our Haunting Live. So we are going to be focusing more on our TikTok channel this year, I think, and doing things over there instead. We've just been doing it for quite a while, and just need to take a kind of a different direction and try something new out and see if a new channel opens more doors for us.
All right. All right. So it looks like we have a question coming in, and it's through my cell phone, though. And the question, though, is how do you see things going actually for 2026?
Sure. So we can definitely take a look and see. We are well into 2026 now. It's no longer the start of the year. We are into February already. So definitely worth taking a look and seeing sort of what's happening in later on down the year. But I'll get the cards a quick shuffle here. Again, I'm using the new deck here called Traditions Oracle. And I like to call them the creepy kids cards because they are kind of dark and have creepy kids on them. All right, shuffle for you. And I will do a 4-card spread and see what comes up here. Okay. So first card for the past position is Disaster Wreckage. Now that has definitely happened in the past, especially the recent past. And there's been a lot of wreckage in the world. So that is the past position. Next, in the present, we have Energy Weapon. So I could take that a couple different ways. So energy weapon could be a good thing, where we put all of our energy into it and we protect ourselves with a weapon. And that would help us, I think, with the disaster wreckage that's been happening. And in the future, politicians, government. Of course, there's always things happening in the government. Things are always changing. And in the future, is that a good thing? It could be a good thing. You never know. Things could change for the better, especially in the country to the south of us, where things are always bad. They could change. And it could change before we know it. There are midterm elections coming up this year, and there are rumors and hope that things are going to change even before the elections this year. So that is a good card to have in the future position. And the outcome for the future of 2026, Volcano Mountains. That is also a pretty good card, I think, because Volcano Mountains can represent change in an explosive way. So if we get that blue wave coming this year in the midterm elections, there could be a lot of explosive changes in a good way. And there you go. Spread.
Okay, all right. Now, last question for myself, though. This is Canadian stuff. I know it just recently happened west, and yeah, stuff has happened actually out west altogether. But before that, though, we have a question from Gemini. Thank you very much, Gemini, for tuning in today underneath HauntingLive.
Live. Coming back to us here. I know you were in on our first attempt.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back and phoning us again.
Yeah. All right. So Gemini wants to know basically there is 53 confirmed cases of stuff going actually on in Florida.
Yes, measles outbreak, yes.
Yeah, yeah. what do you think about the outcome?
Okay, well, let's take a look at that. I know they changed a bunch of the rules in the US thanks to that person down there, which is RFK Jr. in the medical department, and they've changed so much of it. Um, I think that's just going to get worse, is my personal thought. But let's take a look and see what the cards have to say on the measles outbreak in Florida.
Yes, state of Florida.
Florida.
So,
So we'll do a 4 card spread on that here with the predictions oracle and the creepy kids deck, and see what the creepy kids have to say about that.
and that is up high. I know the U.S. is starting to go backwards instead of forwards. A lot of people are actually starting to have problems instead of getting healthy. But yes, I'm gonna let Trevor actually see what the cards have to say. Again, this is Trevor's first time actually live with the card, so
Yes.
yeah.
It is my first night doing card readings for you guys, so thank you so much for tuning in to Haunting Live podcast. We are here every Saturday night doing live card readings, but we have switched roles tonight, and I am in the hot seat doing the readings tonight. So I have drawn the 4 cards for you, and the first card in the past, present, and future and outcome. So the first one is the past. We have Business Tycoon, which is so true for the past, especially in the pharmaceutical and those type of businesses. It's always about the money, what money they can make off of the drugs and stuff like that. So that is a good card for the past. It does represent that. In the present position, we have Taken by Force.
You want to come a little bit closer with the card to the
Sure
camera?
can.
Bring it,
On that side.
yeah, over that side. Yeah, that's a little bit
Okay.
better. Yeah.
All right. Hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys. So Taken by Force is in the present regarding the measles outbreak. And that does make sense as well, I think. They've kind of taken over the industry by force, changing things so drastically that there's going to be outbreaks like that. And then the worst, manipulative. And that's in the future. So there is more coarseness going to be coming in the future on this topic, I think. And unfortunately, that's going to be the case, I think. And things, I think, are just going to get a little bit worse before they get better, unfortunately, in this case. And in the outcome, interesting card, Shadow Riddler. So to me, there could be somebody in the shadows waiting to come out and help us or help you guys in Florida. And maybe there'll be some positive outcome to it from somebody in the shadows that we don't know about yet. That's a good card for the future. So there might be a little bit of trouble in the present, but the outcome looks pretty good. So thank you so much, Gemini, for your question on the measles. And yes, I hate seeing that, but unfortunately, with the cuts and changes that have been made, I think things like that are just going to be more common. So
And we only have one person to blame. So it's like, gosh, but yes. Um, Now, I'm going to actually ask you a question, Trevor. You can do a 3 card spread if you want to. This is to do with Canadian news. For those that don't know, probably with worldwide or within the States, though, there was a mass shooting out in British Columbia. Gemini says thank you, but yeah, there was a mass shooting actually out
yes,
in
you're welcome, Gemini.
there was a mass shooting actually out in British Columbia. A
Yeah,
lot somebody was shooting down a street, a small, very small community. If you live in Florida, it's basically the same size as Haines City. Walked into school and actually started shooting and
yeah.
uh, killed a bunch of people. There's still 2 people in the hospital survived. Killed a school teacher, and let's see what the cards have to say to do with those. Now the
We can take
shooter,
a look at that.
yeah, while you're doing that, I'll start letting viewers know. The shooter ended up actually committing suicide to themselves, and this happened. I would say probably just 4 days ago, if that. And it is a great tragedy within Canada. So many people think Canadians are really friendly and everything else. Nothing really bad happens here, but yes, a lot of
Yeah,
things do happen bad.
we do have our share of tragedies, and this is one of them. And yes, it's unfortunately some people died of a shooting this week here. All right, let's do a quick spread on that.
Okay, and the 3 card.
Sure. Okay, so we'll just do a past, present, and future read on this using the predictions oracle deck again. And that's kind of fun. I have that card. So in the past, rockets, SpaceX.
Okay, can
Not
you?
too sure what the meaning of that is.
Well, what I would say though, since I am actually a certified oracle reader, rockets could do with actually do with the gunshots and everything else. To do with the way that the guns are.
Yeah, but
With
in the past, I'm not sure what the past
so
means.
the past could be a couple days ago.
Yeah, it could have been that it's just been a few days already. So in the present, for the school shooting here in Canada, we have lies, deception. So that tells me that there are some lies going on about this. Some people are trying to maybe spread lies. I know they had a news story up already that there was a false accusation made against somebody else that did the shooting and later had to be retracted because it wasn't true. So there are lies going about this already. And the future of this issue is foreign occupation. So foreign occupation could mean a bunch of different things, I think, in the future. I think it could be referring to changes being made in the school system altogether, probably to protect students that go to school. And just maybe changes that are coming in the future to things to help prevent this kind of tragedy.
Yeah.
Maybe some foreign people will have some ideas that we don't think of or something.
So again, though, this just happened actually a couple days ago here in Canada, out in British
Yes.
Columbia, and that's in the mainland, but in northern British Columbia. Our hearts do go actually out to the families and the friends that have lost. They lost a lot of loved ones, and also two of the people that are in the hospital. The two people that have survived. Hopefully, we send them positive energy, great light, so the way they can get a little bit better and be able to conquer it. It's going to try to, it's going to hurt them for a long time, but yes, we need to actually be able to help out
Yes.
our own person. I know a lot. The states actually has a lot of shootings actually out there, but yes, we always have to support actually our people.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And it's one thing that we're not used to here in Canada, but it does happen. And it's not as frequent as the US that get them pretty much daily down there. But we don't get that daily. So it's kind of a shock to us here. So
yeah. Alrighty.
anyways, thank
So
you
we're gonna
everybody for tuning in tonight.
yeah, we're gonna do a final close for reading, and again, those next week though, I will be in the hot seat doing readings. We do
Yep.
encourage you guys actually to come back actually next week underneath YouTube for Divine Oracle podcast, and also check out Podbean. Podbean though is a great app though that you can actually be able to download underneath your phone and listen to any of the shows at any time, anywhere, absolutely free. Again, those
Yeah,
check
all of
us.
our shows are up there on YouTube, so Podbean rather. So do check us out. Haunting Live has over 200 episodes that you can listen to. And like I said at the beginning of the show, we are now posting to TikTok. So follow us over underneath our TikTok channel, and we post political and current news stories, and we do a one card reading using these decks here, and we're posting those up for you guys underneath the TikTok channel. So,
Yeah. I know with Podbeam, though, we've had some people pop in, some people left, but it's
yeah,
always good, though, because we always get great numbers afterwards. So, again, those do apologize if you guys were in the first half. I clicked the wrong button by accident. It
That's
happens.
okay. Yeah.
So, but yes. All right.
We
So,
got it fixed up, and thank you for coming back to Haunting Live and following us here. We are here every week, either on Haunting Live or Divine Oracle Podcast, doing free readings for you guys. So
yeah.
let's do our close reading here. We'll do a 4-card draw here quickly for the close. Ooh, not good cards. Okay. So for the past, in the closing reading tonight, under this long weekend, we have AI tech. So that tells me some people have been using AI technology for throwing things, moving things along. AI is taking over things, that is for sure. In the present, we have drone strike. So could there be a drone strike coming in the future? I know they just shot some drones that were attacking a ship. That was last week or so. Are there more drone strikes coming? Or in the future, we have cyber attack. So this is the second card that indicates attack behind the past of AI. So as AI technology been designing some attacks that are going to be happening soon, who knows? And in the outcome for the end of the night, we do have corrupt dealings. So there are some corrupt dealings going on. Is the outcome of this? Some people are probably hoping there's corrupt dealings and doing corrupt things out there by the form of attacking things or attacking people. And I just got a bad feeling from those cards. It's going to be a drone attack or cyber attack or something like that. So
now the readings,
that's
though,
what I get.
now the readings, though, before we end, do you think that's North America, or is that world, or is that directly the States?
The indication I'm feeling is world, not directly to the US. I think it's going to be worldwide somewhere.
Okay. All right. Well, we do say thanks very much for tuning in. Again, those check out next week, right underneath YouTube. I will be live underneath Divine Oracle Podcast. If you guys have missed any of our shows underneath Divine, again, those tune in underneath Podbeam. Again, those tune into the Haunting Live podcast underneath Podbeam. Podbeam is a free app, though, that you can actually upload. Trevor's got over 200 great shows there with major celebrities all together, and also with his co-host, Yolanta. Which
Yes,
is a
Yolanta is our host here.
yeah, which is a great host. Again, those we do encourage you guys actually to check out Haunting Live podcast, like, subscribe, let your friends know about us alternating each and every week here at Haunting Live podcast and Divine Oracle podcast. From us to you guys have a great one, and we will talk to you later.
Take care. Tune in next week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Trevor, host of Haunting Live. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to our podcast. Brand new content posted every single Monday at 8:30 a.m. Please follow us here on the Podbean app for more great content, and we look forward to providing you with some new shows.
Have you ever wanted a spiritual reading? Why not reach out to Brad through the Divine Oracle podcast page? He's a certified Oracle reader and has been doing readings for so many years, reaching people with their higher self and spirits of angels, ancestors, and the animals. Why not reach out to Brother Chris and check out the podcast